Welcome everybody, all of the future tricksters, all of the tricksetters, and you know, like, I know there is no face cam, sad day for us, but Charlatan needs to rest a bit, like I'm feeling very tired and you don't want to see me tired. So today, at our coaching table, we have a tier 3 Discord sub that is the Kurov Zen. You all know the Kurov Zen, like we already reviewed, I think, 2 VODs. From our gold friend. The first time when we VOD review him, I think this was like, let me see on Discord, like let me check it. So we actually did one VOD review. One VOD review, right? Yeah, we did one VOD review. And back then, Kurov was actually silver 3, if I'm not wrong. I think he was actually silver 3, like when we VOD review him first, like here. And that was like in May 9. So in 1 month, he went to gold 3. That is not bad. Not bad progress. And he is very, very close to hit that. Ooh, he improved quite a lot with Omen, bro. What the hell? What the hell? Man. This guy have seen some quite good improvements from back then. Not like he's positive in most of the matches. He is fragging out. He has some of the games where, like, you know, he definitely is not, you know, performing. But not bad. Like, this is very good. This is very good, Kuro, man. Okay. His overall tracker got much better. I think his KD improved quite a lot. Like 1.14 KD with Omen. And 1.06 actually with Omen. And 1.14 is not bad. This is actually really, really good. 96 matches. I really feel that if you keep up the good work like this, keep up this tracker score and everything here as it is, I feel that, you know, that Platinum is inevitable this act. This act Platinum, next act Diamond, and you're there, my friend. You're there. Maybe we do one more VOD review and it's gonna be all good. Now, what I'm still concerned with when it comes to his tracker is his headshot percentage. Like, his headshot percentage is abysmal, man. Like, literally, like, bro. You know? Like, 70% headshot with Vandal, 12% headshot with Phantom, like, that is really, really low. Like, I mean, you know, headshot percentage generally doesn't matter. Who cares about that statistic? But still, to some degree, it is important, you know, like, you cannot really have, like, a, you know, 70% headshot ratio if you want to be Immortal, Radiant player, Ascendant player, etc., etc. So, definitely, you know, when it comes to your mechanical skill, you can still improve yourself, but I see overall improvements everywhere, man. Like in loadouts. Look at this. In every single round, he is at least trading himself for 1 kill. That's amazing. That's great. That means that he is using a proper strategies, proper tactics, that he is building up the proper mindset. So good. Very good. Very, very good. I like it a lot. This sounds promising. I have nothing to say because we already VOD reviewed him and I discussed everything. I just wanted to check, you know, if he improved or not. But from what I can see, this is pretty solid. His overall win percentage and, like, KD with Omen is nothing special in my opinion. Like, definitely he can be a bit better Omen player. But that is why we are here today, to showcase him what to do on Haven. But to be honest, like, he is winning a lot of the matches on Omen. Impact frags. That's what matters, guys. That's what matters, boys. Let's see his performance. Pearl is his worst map. But to be honest, Pearl, before the Pearl changes, Omen was terrible on Pearl. Like, literally the worst agent. But now, I feel that Omen is playable on Pearl. And I feel that even if you're an Omen main, you should be playing Omen on Pearl And I feel that Agent is not that bad as it was before. On Bind, I mean, he can definitely have a bit more impact. Like, this is not a really good performance on Bind. Like, you know, it's so easy with good strategies and tactics and outplays to demolish players on Bind, you know, like with Omen. On Haven, he has a really good KD and ADR, but win rate is in a slump. No, okay. But what is really funny is that he has the highest win rate on, arguably, the worst two maps right now in solo queue, which was the Fracture and Lotus, man. On Fracture, my boy has with Omen 9-2, 133 KD, and 160 ADR, brother. What was the one review we did? Like, it was actually Bind. Bro, like, this win rate needs to go up, man. Like, there's definitely, you know, try to apply the strategies and tactics. Like, I don't remember what was your win rate previous in Bind. Probably worse than this, but there's something better that you can do that. Okay, not bad. Consistent improvement, like, play the game more. Next act, I firmly believe that you will reach Diamond without any problems if you keep playing the game like this. Now, let's see what he had to say to us. So what he said here is, this was my first game of the day at the 6th, 5th, 2023 NA server after a blood, sweat, and tears deathmatch for 2 days, with just proper gun hygiene and peeking hygiene and IGLing that I don't really do much at all. I was wondering what else was I missing? Okay, the setup we already seen the first time. And update. I was hardstyle gold, then a miracle happened. I became gold 3 solo queue. It's not a miracle, man. It's not a miracle, bro. Like, you became better. You're a better man now. Better human being. Now, working on getting platinum by more practice again, but I feel like I'm missing some Omen techniques and strats or best time to use, such as a blind TP combo, or when to smoke more, or save a smoke. Okay. Let's see what my dude is doing. Let me just check if I shared with him any aim training or something last time. Like, what did I share with him? Oh, I didn't give you any aim training. I remember your VOD review. Your VOD review was the one with like 15 rounds. Actually, we did 2 VOD reviews of Hero of Zen, man. Right? We didn't do only one. We did Bind and we did one more, but that one more got deleted. Why was that deleted? I think I did a Lotus VOD review. I'm 100% certain I did a Lotus like recently of this guy. I don't know. I cannot remember. I'm coaching so many players on my Discord server, like I am brain dead. Okay, let's see what he's doing on. Let's see what he's doing on Bind, on Haven with Omen, and let's see how he can improve his gameplay. No face cam. I just joined today. We're not gonna have a face cam for this VOD review. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I apologize. I just wanna chill a bit, and I wanna, you know, eat something, drink something, and then, you know, just been chilling here. Been chilling. Now, Omen, Haven, gold 1. But we're gonna say that he is gold 3 because, you know, he is literally gold 3 now. Okay. Let's talk about Haven first round. So, in the first round of Haven, usually you want to navigate your teammates to push in this way. So, in the first round of Haven, you either want to call out to your teammates to do a fast 5-man push on A site, or fast 5-man push on C site. Now, when would I go C? I would go C if enemies don't have the sentinels. Like, if enemies don't have a Killjoy, Cypher, and Sage, we can just tell our teammates, you know, hey guys, let's do a 5-man push on C site, and that's it. Like, if enemies have one of these agents, then just tell them to do a split on A, like where maybe 3 players are going through the A long, 2 players are going through the A short, and we are pushing into the A site. Now, when it comes to like where you should go as an Omen player. You should go either here, here. Spike should go with you, and essentially that's it. Like on Haven, I would never do some kind of a mid push in the first round, some kind of a garage control. Like this area of the map and this area of the map is very dangerous in the first round, and there's a lot of mistakes that your teammates in solo queue can make that you cannot control in this and this area of the map right here. So basically, what they're doing right now is something that I would absolutely never do in my life.
I'll smoke the side. If there are too many, let's rotate after that, right? Yeah.
I mean, like in this round, you know, if three of my teammates with a spike are going through the C long, I would definitely just follow them up and just go with my teammates with a spike in the first round. Like, fuck this guy, who cares about her? Like, she has the flash, let her go alone. Fuck it, like, I would never prioritize on this guy in the first round, and I would never do this type of a split. Like, you never know what you're gonna encounter in that garage area of the map. If there's gonna be some kind of an enemy with, I don't know, like, Molotov flash fucking you up with a classy pistol and shorty strategy, like, fuck that crap, just go through the C long. So in this first round, what I would do is just a classic light shot, 2 smokes, 2 shrouded steps. I will give 1 smoke to my teammates, 1 smoke for my aggressive play. Do that. I will just do baba booey, and from this position, I would support my allies and teleport somewhere to maybe extend my play, or basically just, you know, applying the pressure to the enemies from this position. In the first round with Omen, I will never do some kind of a default setup. And I will never like use my utility fully to support my allies. I want to support my allies, but I primarily want to support myself and my own aggressive plays. And also in the first round of Haven, like I don't know, I would never go with a ghost. Stop typing, man. Your sky is dying, bro. Bro, what's happening with the sound, man? Like, is Eclipse sped up? Like,
my ultimate is not ready.
the sound is so interesting. Woo! That's not bad. Okay.
No, they're both here.
One enemy remaining.
That was not a bad play. That was not a bad. It was a bit risky because, like, you know, it was kind of like an unnecessary risk, but not bad, not bad, not bad. This was also a good game decision to just, you know, not commit to the gunfight with the Killjoy because he has like 44 HP, and in this scenario, obviously, you always want to follow your spike carrier. Maybe the best idea right now would be not to plant the spike on B, but to plant the spike on the A side. Like, listen guys, during your gameplay, if, let's say, B site is open, but also there is another site that is open as well, like maybe C or A, because, you know, you see all of the enemies, like, are on, like, they saw that the Gecko is C, they knew that the Killjoy is here. Usually, I would try to avoid planting the spike on the B side, because B post plant on Haven is literally the most inconsistent post plant, and it can go in anyone's favor. Like, it's just a 50-50 post plant. Like, you never know, you know, where the enemies are gonna come from, how fucked up your teammates are gonna be, you know, like how your teammates are gonna play that post plant. So I feel that it is 10 times easier to play the post plants on A side and C side instead of playing on the B side. If you can avoid planting the spike on B, definitely avoid it. In this round, they could have just, you know, went through the A link and go to the A side.
KJ might be anchoring A, watch out.
No, they're both here.
One enemy remaining.
One more here.
Now, with Omen, like, whenever you do some kind of an aggressive play like this, I heavily emphasize and I heavily recommend to all of the players that I'm coaching is always, but always reposition yourself and be unpredictable. First of all, this smoke here is bad. You know, like, I need to emphasize one more time to all of the players that I'm coaching and VOD reviewing on Omen, precision of your utility is far more important than the speed of your utility. So here, also doing a one-way smoke would have been a great idea, because we know that the Killjoy is right here, and that Gecko is right here. Now, if I already killed the Killjoy from this location, I would instantly just drop down, play with the Phoenix, and play the refrag game with my Phoenix. Yes, the spike is planted there, but who the fuck gives a shit? Like, you know, here I can play the refrag game with the Phoenix. I'm holding this. Phoenix is holding this, and we're safe. If he comes from the B main, no problem. I can one-way smoke with the spike position. Now, we're going to, you know, like, see if he is defusing or not, killing that Gecko together, and that's it.
Might be mid.
So this gunfight, you know, was very unnecessary, but at the end of the day, you know, okay, why not? Like, whatever. Like, but I'm always coaching the players with a mindset like you cannot really trust your teammates when it comes to closing out these rounds and these matches. Like, if you already notice that you're a bit better than your allies, that you know, you're performing well that match. Like, I mean, you took 4 amazing kills. Chill a bit. You don't need that ace. Like, you're not a content creator. You're not noted making highlights every single day. Like, just close out these rounds, you know, in a bit easier fashion, and just, you know, fuck it. Like, don't risk it that much. But good job. Nice ace. I loved it a lot. Now, in the second round of Haven, essentially, like, if you win the second round, if you win the first round and you're playing the second round, I will always advise you to prevent your teammates from going in this area of the map. Like, and also, there is no reason to contest the enemies in the short area of the map. So whenever enemies are equal in Halbai, primarily try to prioritize the long corridors and long areas of the maps instead of the short corridors and short areas of the map. The reason for this is so you don't get fucked by the classic pistol triple click, shorty, frenzy, bucky. I don't know what enemies are gonna play. You know, maybe you can send some of your initiators and recon agents, like, you know, Fade, Raze Boombot, I don't know, like Gecko, Wingman, or Sova Drone towards the short and towards the garage, but in those rounds, it's just better to play on the clean refrag potential and just make sure that we are closing out this round without any problems. In a second round or Haven with Omen, I would always go with a Stinger and Heavy Shield, and probably buy the Shorty if I lost the pistol in the first round. I feel that Spectre now is kinda poo-poo caca. After the run and gun has been nerfed, I feel the Stinger is much better than Spectre, and I think once again we're at the same point where we were, like, in Act 1 of Episode 6. Like, Stinger, Judge, and Bulldog should be your primary anti-eco and Halbai weapons, with addition of Shorty and Marshall on some maps.
Just try to pick for picks. If you miss,
Okay.
don't peek it though. I mean, don't re-peek it.
Reyna's B.
This can be very risky. I don't like this play at all. Like, that we're pushing B site in the eco and Halbai round. Like, every post plan that you play on the B site is like 50-50. Like, no matter what round it is, it is so hard to properly play the post plans on the B site, and a lot of the times, like, your teammates will make a lot of the mistakes in that post plant. Enemies can push you from so many different corridors, and especially in an, you know, eco round for the enemies, it doesn't make any sense to finish on B right now. And also, it simply doesn't make sense what you're doing right now. Like in those type of rounds, you should be fully focused on supporting your most aggressive teammates and playing with your most aggressive allies. And supporting them with your utility and with your presence. Right now, going through the garage area of the map. Why? What's the point of that? You know? Like why would we push the garage if my jet is already pushing B side. Like whenever I'm playing Omen, like you need to focus. Like with Omen, you need to heavily focus on minimap and what your teammates are doing, especially duelists. Like for an example, like you know, if round is starting,
Just
okay.
rotate, pick for picks. If you miss it, don't peek it though.
My jet is running like a maniac in the mid area of the map.
I mean, don't repeat it.
I see my jet there. There's nothing else I'm thinking about. Like there's nothing else that is important for me. From this location, I'm instantly jumping here. One smoke, second smoke, flashing the enemies, and I'm pushing with that jet. Like, generally during your gameplay in Valorant, you want to be focused on supporting and playing with your most aggressive teammates, especially when that teammates are doing something useful for you. Like, this jet is far more useful than any other teammate right now. And also, this smoke that you did there is an absolute waste. Like, well, what is that smoke for? Like, I mean, like our teammates want to finish on B. Jet is taking the B side control. Why am I smoking the back of the garage there?
Cover going out. Cover going out.
I mean, he smoked the window, not the back of the garage. Okay.
Cover going out.
Utility usage is still a huge problem for you. Like you need to learn to support your most aggressive teammates, and you need to learn the body posture of your allies. Like, one thing that I really emphasize to players in solo queue is like when you're playing a round on the attacker side, try to think 2 steps ahead. If you were in the shoes of your teammates, where would you go and what would you do at that moment of time? Like, what can you expect from the teammates in this specific elo and in this specific rank? Like, right now, you know, like, if I see that my jet is just running forward here, like, obviously, probably, the rest of my teammates are gonna follow that jet. I need to give them the smokes, I need to give them the flashes, and, you know, just end up on site together with them. Like, and also, precision of the smokes, more important than the speed of your utility. And if your teammates already have taken the B side control without any need for the smokes, take your time to do the one way here, one way up here, and essentially that's it. Like, these 2 one ways are amazing for the post plant on B side, especially to disallow your stupid teammates to push through these positions. Like, sometimes what I do during my gameplay is like I intentionally do the one ways on some positions to prevent my teammates from making stupid mistakes. Like, basically, you know, if my teammates push through the one way, then you know, like, they are fucked in the head. That's their mistake. But sometimes, like, I intentionally put the one ways just so my teammates are gonna play a bit more safer, a bit more passive, and to control, you know, what they should or shouldn't be doing at that moment of time. Also, in these first two rounds, like, we could have noticed easily that enemies love to lurk and flank a lot. When enemies love to lurk and flank on Haven, definitely be aware of that. Maybe you can play a bit more of a default game. Maybe you can wait for their aggressive plays and try to punish them. Like on Haven, as long as you're playing the aggro game and the default game, that is fine. Like, the only thing that I would avoid on Haven is doing way too many rotations on the attacker side, and also, like, splitting the map too much. Like, in this round, like, utility usage, team play, you know, supporting your most aggressive teammates, 0 points. 0 points. Okay, let's go to the next round.
Okay, okay. Let me
Okie dokie.
watching sewers. Alright, I'm gonna smoke the
One quick tip for all of the Omen players. Like, playing Omen is same as if you're playing Jet. So basically, like, if you want to, like, try to avoid, essentially, the narrow corridors and narrow areas of the maps. You're far more useful, and your executes are far better through open areas of the maps, and you have more safety. Like, towards the Omen, I usually, like, behave like I'm playing the Jet. In the absolutely same way. Why? Because Omen is just, you know, like, how can I explain it? Like, Omen is like a Jet that is a bit more passive. Like Jet that you just need to, you need to think like 2 steps ahead and that's it. Like with Jet you don't need to think that much. You can play a bit more intuitive gameplay and a bit more of a boring gameplay. But with Omen, you need to invest a bit of your brain cells in how you want to execute the bomb sites and what you want to actually do. And basically, like, you know, but still, when you're choosing the pathings, when you're playing the Omen, I will still choose the pathings through the main areas of the maps and essentially, like, just going through the open areas of the maps and open corridors, if that is possible, of course. So in this round here, I would basically leave this Phoenix alone, carry the spike through the long area of the map, give my teammates the smoke on tower, one-way smoke right here, flash the enemies at the back of the bomb site, move forward, and take the full site control.
this, right? Smoking.
Shadows traveling. Shadows traveling.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Okay. This is another reason why I kinda avoid pushing through these narrow areas of the maps. Like, it's just so easy for the enemies to F you up with some kind of an ability, with some kind of a smoke, with some kind of a flash, with some kind of a Molotov grenade, etc, etc. Like, try to prioritize more pushing through A long and C long and B main instead of going through the garage and going through the short. Like, garage and short area of the map, I would primarily use if, I don't know, I'm playing some kind of close range weapons, you know, like, I'm not gonna use these areas of the maps as a tool to actually fight the enemies, if that makes sense.
Shadows traveling. Shadows traveling.
I mean, here, like, both your Phoenix and the enemies, like, fucked you up completely. Like, I don't know what that Phoenix did there. Like, Phoenix did a full molly in your ass, like, and you had nowhere to play. Probably in this scenario, like, I would just, you know, teleport, like, into this corner and that's it. I would not even try to move through here, like. And anyways, once again, you're a bit late on executing this site. But that is another reason why I recommend you to prioritize the A long area of the map for pushing the A site, then short. Send your teammates on short, you know, like, tell your Phoenix to push short, your Sky should be dogging the short. Like, why is Sky not dogging the short, for an example? Like, if you have Sky in the team, you should always tell Sky, Sova, like, you know, your recon agents, guys, dog and clear the short, and that's it. And also, like, when you're playing Omen, once again, minimap awareness should always be your #1 focus. Like, try to pay attention when and where your teammates are picking the duels with the enemies. So essentially, if my Jet is already fighting 2, 3, 4, 5 enemies on the bomb site, use the flash. Flash the enemies. Like essentially here, you know, as I'm pushing through the short area of the map, and as I'm doing the smokes, my full attention is not gonna be on myself or my Phoenix. I'm gonna pay, while I'm doing this, I'm looking at the minimap, looking at the minimap. Aha! One enemy is here, one is here. No problem. Bam! Allow your teammates to have easier time getting the kills. And allow your teammates to have easier time actually, you know, securing this type of rounds.
Spike down A.
Off angle. Back. Alright. We default.
Yeah. Something like this, what he is doing right now, is only worth it if you know that enemies love to flank and they love to lurk a lot. But playing this type of a position in this specific setup and scenario right now is really bad. Because, to be honest, you know, these enemies can lurk and flank right now from what? From A main. From C long. From C main. Like, you know, he is in a pinch here. This is not a bad angle. This is a pretty solid angle to be held. But the problem is, like, you know, we are in a crossfire here. Mm-hmm.
Cover going out. Shadows traveling.
Okay.
One's pushing it.
Spike down B.
Oh shit, I missed that.
Oh, unlucky. Listen, whenever you're like, even if you're holding for the flanks and lurks, you should always be observing what your teammates are doing and how your teammates are pushing. Once again, his smokes were not really on time. Like, actually, the smokes were good. Smokes were fine, but the problem is, like, what I want to say is that the precision of the fucking smokes, like, smokes need to be precise on the choke points. Like, you really cannot do a smoke like this and leave the gap here, for an example. Like, or leave any type of a gap or positions that enemies can abuse. Like, when you're playing Omen, really pay attention on making sure that your smokes are at the choke points, that they are perfectly laid down, and that enemies cannot abuse them in any possible way to fuck you up and to fuck up your teammates as well. But to be honest, like, if my teammates were already pushing the site, like, I would probably just be, you know, right now I would just teleport on the back of the B set and play with my teammates. Like, usually holding these flanks and lurks, it's okay sometimes, but in the early stages of the game, like, just try to focus more on the overall team play and refragging your stupid allies, because you never know, you know, in the first 4 to 5 rounds, how good or how bad your teammates are. You never know, like, how they're gonna play. So essentially, like, you know, it would have been a bit better, like, if you actually played with them right now. Right now, you know, when the Jet died, this decision that you drop down was really, really good.
Spike down.
And here you missed that spike only because you didn't click it. Look at this, like, he didn't click the correct position.
Spike down.
So here, so, you know, like, when you're using the ultimate, you really need to make sure that your little circle is exactly on top of the spike, and that you're able to pick it up. I mean, be able to pick up the
Shit,
spike.
I missed that. Watching Grudge.
It was front side.
Half of the world is waiting for the night market, and half of the half will get trash. True, man.
Where you at?
Okay, I mean, here we have all of the information that we need. Like, we know where the enemies are.
Spike down mid. One enemy remaining.
Oh, no. This is where the champions are born. You know, like, this is the true difference between a good and a bad Valorant player. Like, you're in a 1 versus 1. Enemy Gecko is on the B site right now. Play with his mind a bit more. You know, like, if the Gecko is here, and I have the spike here, and I'm here. There is enormous amount of ways how you can outplay that gecko. First thing that you can do is just smoke this, pick up the spike, rotate to C fast, plant the spike on C. Second thing that you can do is fake the teleport here, making him think that you're pushing into his face and outmaneuvering. Like, I know that the gecko is there, I can just do this. And now, gecko thinks that I've teleported there, and I can just kill him easily. Like, do you think a gold, platinum, and diamond player will understand where I teleported? But there is no way, man. Like, if I do this, you know, they're always gonna be like, you know, where the fuck he went? And you have an easy kill on that gecko. Like, teleporting to that area, yeah, fine, but you have the spike there, so... And whenever you know the exact location of the enemies, when you're playing Omen, and you have a flash paranoia ability available, always use your paranoia to pressure the enemies and to kill the enemies. But literally always. Like, right now, what he should be doing is using the flash onto that gecko and completely decimating the gecko. But also you can just kill him. This is another mistake. I need to write this down. When enemies are eco on defender's side, never play default. Allowing your teammates to pick 50-50 gunfights is stupid. If the enemies are eco and hull buy, they have lower economy than you have. Give your teammates some kind of a call. Tell your teammates, hey guys, let's push A fast. Hey guys, let's push B fast. Hey guys, let's push C fast. It is better to play a refray game and a team play game in these type of rounds than giving our allies a chance to play a 50-50 gunfights. Like that, for an example.
Nice pick. Come back. I feel like they're gonna probably rotate. Yeah, they're probably gonna rotate A. Let's try aggress C though. Oh shit.
I have the spike.
Let's go see. Let's go.
Watch out, Grudge.
We're in a garage.
Okay, nice kill. What the fuck? Skydog just disappeared, man.
The spike.
Let's go see. Let's go.
Watch out, Grudge.
By the way, like, whenever, like, you're splitting the C site and your teammates are pushing through the garage, you need to be a bit faster with your smokes. Like, if I'm going through the garage with my teammates, like, I'm always gonna have this type of a smoke here. And I need to deploy that smoke as soon as my teammates are already close to the doors. You know, like your Reyna needed this smoke so she can fully focus on the enemies here and enemies here. And she doesn't need to worry about the window. My teammates are pushing the, you know, like, the C-long area of the map. I can just play here. You know, we give them that CT smoke, and that's it. Like this is the reason why you should absolutely never, like, when enemies are eco, hull buy, they don't have a better economy than you, just push together as 5. Like, this allows your teammates to play some kind of a default and to pick some stupid 50-50 gunfights. That is a really good kill. Is he having an attacker side of the map? In solo queue, yes, like, to some degree. And in esports as well, like. Depends on the team composition, I would say, like, primarily. Okay, we know that one guy is on B. Not bad. Really good. Really good.
Guys, coming back to you.
Cover going out. Shadows traveling.
Planting.
Reloading.
Spike planted. My ultimate.
Okay, everything that he did at the ending of this round it's not the best, it's not the worst, it is just optimal. What do I mean by that? Like, you know, all of this was fine. It was okay, like, but probably saving his smokes for the one race would have been a bit better idea than, you know, like, using the smokes in the way that he did. Also, when you're planting the spike here, you always want to plant the spike here, looking towards the wall. So that if the enemy Brimstone decides to smoke this spike, you can easily find him and he can only be inside of this circle right here. Teleporting here was also, you know, fine, whatever, not bad.
Watching Grudge.
This angle, I personally don't recommend you to play this position in a postplane because you're in a huge angle perception disadvantage if the enemy is coming from the garage. Like, if the enemy is coming from the garage here, he will see your feet much faster than you're gonna see that enemy. Because of this, whatever the hell this shit is here, on the doorway. So, you know, if you're in a post plane, like, that's not really the best position. Right now, what would be the best position for him is playing on top of here. So here's Jett is here, holding this angle. He can be here, holding this angle, and they can play a, you know, a refresh potential wherever the enemies Brimstone picks them from.
Grudge. Let's see. Right here.
Okay. Okay. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Not too shabby. One tip that I usually give to the players, like in a bit of our lower elo ranks, is if your teammates are already not using a flash ability to peek the window area of the map. Like, your teammates are, you know, never flashing the enemies here, not using any recon utility, or not using any movement type of abilities, like such as jet dash or chamber teleport, to peek this angle. I heavily recommend you to, every single round, when you see your teammates peeking the window, to do this type of a smoke. Just to protect them a bit. Because this is the absolutely worst peek that your teammates can do on Haven. And a lot of the times, your teammates below Immortal 1 will die because of this peek. So, you know, you should either maybe, like, try to spam some of these positions to apply the pressure onto the enemies. Give them the smoke right here to cover all of these angles from which they can get peeked, and that's it. Where's your handsome face? Today I'm feeling a bit tired, so, you know, like, no face cam today. Tomorrow. Guys, I've decided finally what I want to do with my fucking series, man, like, of agents. Tomorrow I'm starting unranked to Immortal with Reyna. Period. End of the story.
Smoking.
Okay.
Watch out.
I mean, Are you done with Jett and Omen? I mean, we reached Immortal 1 with both Jett and Omen. Like that was the initial goal. I still didn't make the playbooks for Jett and Omen, but I'm gonna finish them during the June and during the July. I'm also waiting for the new agent to learn. So yeah, I'm gonna be finishing the playbook as we're going, you know, like through everything.
Reloading.
The reason, so the playbooks are not going to be on stream. They are gonna be on stream. I'm gonna do them live. You know why? Because I have no idea what to do until the end of this sect, you know, and I still want to complete at least one agent, and I feel Reyna is, you know, like, what type of playbook I'm gonna build with Reyna? Like, let's be honest, huh? I mean, the strategies are same as Jett, Omen, any other character. Like, literally, everything is about just, you know, like, everything is about mechanics and using the leer, dismissing, etc. So I think that I'm just gonna cover the abilities usage with the Reyna and what your primary focus should be, and some secret like high elo tips and tricks. And I'll finish the Jet and Omen playbook during the June, and we'll finish Unranked to Immortal with Reyna, finish the abilities with Reyna, and also like we will do the and in July we're gonna start with a new agent, because playbook with Reyna is just pointless. Like there's nothing, you'll just see from my gameplay, how I play her.
Oh, we're the same.
One enemy remaining.
Okay. Okay.
Reloading.
Oh, we're the same.
Yo, and Rocket. Okay, baby, okay. Now, this type of a teleport that he did right now is something that I would never do in my life.
One enemy remaining.
Like this teleport here is borderline not even optimal. Why do I say that? Because like whenever you have numbers advantage, whenever you have any economy advantage, like just try to make your gameplay as boring as possible. Play the clean gunfights. Make sure to, make sure to that you're able to refrag your Reyna, that you're able to push with your teammates. Like essentially, it is kind of stupid to just do what he is doing right now, because like, why are you risking the round and outcome of the round and doing some kind of an aggressive play? Like, stay away from this shit, like when you have numbers advantage and economy advantage.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, boys, someone is at my doors. Just a second. Is that a pizza delivery charlatan? Just a second. Dom Sinan says like playbook for Reyna. Flash, if you have one white peak, have better aim, dismiss heal. True, man. True. ZVP Killer. Hello. Hello, baby. Hello,
Okay.
baby.
There probably won't
Let's
push
just
us.
hold
guys.
A long and A short.
They probably won't push us right now because they know we're defaulting. It's gonna be unexpected for us to push.
Okay. Good idea. Not bad. I like it.
Contact, though. Exploding.
I'm an Omen main. I tried your split executes today and they work perfectly. We won a 4v5 match. Pfft. Easy peasy lemon squeeze, baby. Keep it up. Now, in this round, they are already making one mistake without even doing any mistakes. Like on Haven, usually what I recommend to the players, if you notice that enemy Killjoy has the ultimate, don't finish on A site. Like just if you don't have the A main control, pardon me, the A link control, it's not worth it. If you notice the Killjoy has the ultimate, majority of the times enemies are gonna play the retake of A site, and it's just better to push them on C, B, or maybe bait out the Killjoy ultimate, don't plant the spike, and then finish on A, or finish on some other site. But you need to pay attention on enemy's ultimate status, because that will tell you a lot, like what enemies are gonna do next, where enemies are gonna go, and also like, how you should be playing.
Exploding.
Cover going out.
Bro, this sound is so weird. I don't know what's going on.
Last player standing.
Oh, damn.
Last player standing.
Not bad, not bad, not bad. This one was a bit of a team diff. I'm not gonna lie. But also, like, you know, a bit of the Omen problems as well. Like, first of all, whenever you're doing smokes on some kind of a position, like, you're always prioritizing the smoke for the first angle that your teammates are peeking. So if I'm smoking A site, I'm always gonna smoke the tower first and then the CT area of the map, for an example. Second thing, you know, we were a bit slow with our utility because we were playing on context, so, you know, happens. You know, it's not his fault that, you know, Phoenix died from behind, that his Sky and Reyna died in the A main. Like, it's their fault, unfortunately. There's nothing better he could have done here.
Last player standing.
Oh, damn.
No, there's literally nothing better, like, that he could have done in this specific scenario.
Oh, no way.
I don't know in which world we're living, but I heavily advise you, if you're carrying the spike, don't lurk, don't flank, let your teammates take the spike. If you already decide to go for some kind of a play like this, make sure that the spike is with your teammates. When is it okay for Omen players to lurk in solo queue? Whenever you notice that you have the ultimate. If you have the ultimate, yes, you can lurk, you can flank a bit, you can try to do some kind of a solo play. Why? Because you can pick up that ultimate no matter where your teammates die at that moment of time. But I definitely recommend you, like, this is not good.
He is so lucky with that.
Shadows traveling.
Nice.
Also, no matter what you're doing, as a lurker and flanker, if you're playing controllers, your highest priority should always be supporting your teammates with utility. Like right here, even if I'm going for this lurk, like whatever the fuck he's doing, I'm gonna be giving my teammates the smokes in the for the garage, for the CT, and probably right now, after I notice that I have the spike, I would instantly use the ultimate at the back of the C site, and that's it. Like, I would not even cross with my foot inside of the garage area of the map here.
Shadows traveling.
Nice.
You should run.
I feel that you will find much more success instead of watching for these flanks, for these lurks, and, you know, doing whatever the fuck you're doing in this VOD. You will find much more success if you focus a bit more on the refray game and just playing with your allies, like supporting them with their utility. Like, when you notice that enemies are, that your teammates are aggressive but good. What are aggressive but good teammates? Teammates that are willing to push in, that are not afraid to die, that are taking the space for you and finding the kills in the process. Like, your Jet is amazing. Your Jet is really good, actually. Like, every single time she entered the side, she usually got a kill. If I have those type of teammates and I'm playing Omen, I'm going to do everything that is within my capabilities to follow up the Jet with my utility, my presence, my everything. And definitely a huge mistake here is, like, you know, what are you doing alone with a spike inside of the garage? Give the spike to your teammates,
Spike.
and then go for some kind of a lurk, some kind of a flank. This round was only your fault. Like, only his fault. Like nobody else lost it.
I'm gonna see if someone's gonna walk here through A.
spotted B.
Oh,
What?
Enemy spotted B.
I mean, this is a bit of a crosshair placement problem. Like, I don't know what he's holding with the crosshair right there. First of all. Like, basically, okay, let's say I'm playing on this position. Let's say I'm playing here. So, enemies can peek me from there. Enemies can peek me from here. I'm never going to place my crosshair in the middle of these two positions, hoping to flick both of these enemies left and right. In this type of a scenario, you always want to gamble your crosshair for one of the angles where the enemies commonly peeked you in the previous rounds or previous matches. So your crosshair should be either here or here. It should not be in the middle of nowhere.
oh, A, B.
Second of all, he just lost this round on a raw
Yeah, you should-
mechanics. As I said, like, it's okay watching for these lurks and watching for these flanks when you already notice that enemies are hyper aggressive and enemies love to push you this much, but at the end of the day, in solo queue, especially in gold, you will find much more success potential if you're playing with your teammates, and if you're playing and if you're trying to support them, use their lives, refrag them, bait them, trade them, etc., etc.
You should have jiggled that.
No.
He's back on.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Reloading. Reloading.
Watch out for Raze. Brim is on mid.
Charlatan, why are you increasing your price for coaching? I'm not increasing it right now, but like I am going to increase my prices for coaching probably like in July or in August. The reason for that is like because I've seen the market for coaching. I've seen what other coaches are offering, and I feel they're not offering like they're charging around 40 or 50% more than what I charge for like 50% less content and knowledge. And I really feel that, you know, I you know, why would I stay at the same prices then?
He's back on.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Reloading. Reloading.
Watch out for Raze. Brim is on mid.
I like his communication. His communication is really good.
Cover going out.
Bro, these smokes are from Ohio, man. Like really guys, like if you're playing controllers, I highly advise you, your precision is much more important than your speed. Speed is gonna come over time. You will become mech lightning speed and all of that, but a smoke that is misplaced, a smoke with a gap, a smoke that is not precise will cost, maybe not you, but it will cost your teammates a lot.
Good job. Hold on, let me take a pick up. We got time, we got time. Let's pick him out first though.
Reloading.
Now planting the spike here is a bit risky because this is a very open space. Like right now, planting the spike, you know, maybe more towards the jet so the she can cover you is a bit better idea. But anyways, as I've said before, if you can take a control of A site and C site and plant the spike you know, maybe on A or C, that is a bit better idea than planting the spike on B.
One enemy remaining.
Garage.
Especially if you have information where the rest of the enemies are at that moment of time. Like if you already know that a Brimstone is garage, that Reyna is on C, just run towards the A side, plant on A, and that's it. Like A is much more consistent for playing the post plan than B side.
Shadows traveling.
And in this type of a post plant, like I would usually recommend you to play with your teammate. Like just you know, play on the refrag potential and that's it. Like you're 50 HP, you have a flash, your jet is full HP. Like it's better to play on refrag. Tell him to come with you.
Gonna rotate to mid. I already smoked it off. I'll watch mid. You watch garage.
Bro, what's happening with the sound in this VOD? Like literally.
Player sta-
Oh, up. That Brimstone knew, man. When that Brimstone heard the teleport, he knew what's coming, baby. I liked it. But anyways, as I said, in this type of a scenarios, it is just better to play a clean refrag game and prioritize the safety of both you and your ally instead of doing something like this. Like, for example, you know, if I already planted the spike, so we planted the spike here, in this position, why don't you and Jet just pull all the way here and play from this position? Jet is covering your ass, you're looking at the B main, waiting for him to defuse the spike, you have a paranoia, you flash him, you kill him, and that's it. Like, it's so simple. Like, you need to search within your gameplay the simplicity over complicating the things. The more you complicate, the lower your chances are to win the rounds and to win the matches. The more you simplify your gameplay, meaning that you play, you know, on your utility usage, playing the refrag game, closing rounds in the most painless way possible without hunting the pointless kills, the more success you're gonna find. I mean, staying on the B side in a 2v1 situation, it's not really the smartest idea ever. Especially with a spike that is planted here. Why would I do that? I mean, I have all of the advantage in this world. I can just simply tell my Jet, come to me A-Link. Jet, come to me A-Link. Jet, come to me A-Link. Let's play together, brother. And we play together and that's it.
I just waited.
I'll try to kill them. Just spam. There you go. One smoke wasted. They might be.
Okay. One, maybe the biggest note that I need to write for this VOD review on the attacker side is try to support and follow up your most aggressive, useful teammates on attacker's side. Like, that is generally my highest priority when I'm playing Omen in those type of lobbies. Like, just making sure that my most aggressive and useful teammates at that moment of time on attacker's side are fully supported and I have nothing to worry about. Like, it is borderline stupid to prioritize supporting the Phoenix in this scenario if 3 of my teammates are already pushing into the A side. I'm Shekel! Thank you a lot for the raid, baby.
Garage, though.
We are doing a VOD review. No face cam today.
Smoking.
I'm not saying.
I mean, and also, like, it is unacceptable for you as an Omen player to lurk with a spike in your hands, number one, and number two, when you have the ultimate, and number two, it is unacceptable for you as an Omen player to not give the smokes to your teammates as they're executing and pushing the site in a larger groups. Like, if 2 or 3 or 4 of my teammates are pushing some bomb site, I need to give them the smokes no matter where the hell am I at that moment of time.
They're CT right now, CT. Probably heaven.
Spike planted.
Playing furlong. Nice deep.
One enemy remaining.
Damn, nice one. That's just a tap, my friend.
Flawless.
Nice.
Reloading.
History is
Okay.
forgotten.
Not too shabby, not too shabby.
One. Hard
I mean, well, what not too shabby? Like, it's just he could have played this much better. Let's be honest, guys. Like, you know.
Cover going out.
smoking.
I'm not 13.
They're CT right now, CT. Probably heaven.
Sky, thank you.
Spike planted.
This plant was fine. It's really good that he is observing that enemies love to lurk and flank. I like that a lot. Like, whenever you notice that enemies love to push behind you this much, that is probably their default playstyle and default gameplay, and you should be punishing this Raze, you know, if she's trying to kill you in this specific way. That's very good. Like, during your gameplay and attack, you should definitely pay attention to these type of enemies and try to, like, you know, just punish them, decimate them.
Nice deep.
One enemy remaining.
For a gold one, I think he is doing really well. I think that he, in the next act, especially like after this VOD review, I'm going to share with him like one very specific training plan and program, because I already did like 3 VOD reviews from him. And Kurozen, you're gonna get like I finally saw, you know, like all of your mechanical skills and shit that you're doing. I'm gonna give you a very specific like aim training program, improvement plan and program, and I'm gonna give you like the training that is definitely gonna make out of you at least a diamond player in the next act. Like, this is really good.
Damn, nice one. That's just a tap, my friend.
Flawless.
Nice.
Reloading.
History has already forgotten you.
Gold one.
Very good, very good.
Right now. I'm gonna watch out.
But the only thing I don't like within his gameplay is how he is navigating his teammates somehow, and these 3 topics that I've discussed here.
The A for you guys, because I know Raze or someone swings this shit.
Fire in the hole.
Oh, that's scary. 3 guys mid, look at the minimap. They're pushing on the mid. You need to support your teammates. Your teammates need the support. Flash mid. Fuck the flank, man. That Raze was the only guy flanking. Raze is on mid. We need to support him, baby. Come on.
Reloading. Reloading.
Reyna. Blinding. Going C.
One enemy remaining.
Cover going out.
They got banned.
Okay.
Planting.
Spike planted.
Alright, I'm playing for long.
Okay. I mean, you know, once again, you need to react. You need to react like a bit more like on what is happening for your teammates. You need to support them with the flash and your utility a bit better, and with your presence as well. Like, I mean, if 3 of your teammates are pushing the, you know, like getting pushed on mid, I don't give a fuck anymore if someone is lurking or flanking there. I need to support my teammates.
Remaining.
Cover going out.
You can just put a one-way smoke if you take.
Okay, we're probably gonna win this easily.
Nice.
Okay, let's see what happens to defense.
Every single side was.
Now, with the recent changes to and nerfs to Frenzy and Shorty, what I recommend you to do in the first round with Omen, like, I recommend you to play a classic pistol Shorty strategy in the short area of the map. And how would I play it? Like this. So I will buy a classic, Shorty, light shield, and 1 shrouded step. So we have 1 smoke, 1 shrouded step. And I'm gonna still play this strategy down here. and wait for the enemies. On defender side, you already know that from my previous VOD reviews, that A site is your default site, and so basically, like, during your gameplay, you want to prioritize defending A and defending C. You should be playing mid area of the map and links only when you're not completely certain where the enemies are gonna go next, or if enemies are abusing you in the garage and onto the B site and B main area of the map. When the enemies are eco and hull by, you can always pre-assume that enemies are gonna be pushing you in these areas of the maps, and you can start your rounds in garage, on B site, on A link, etc. Every single time when you have a good read onto the enemies and you think they're gonna end up on A or C, you should be playing A site and C site. In the first round, I always prioritize defending A because A site is much harder for the retake than any other bomb site in the first round. Also, I've noticed that in solo queue, players just have no idea how to defend the A site properly. And that classic pistol shorty strategy is still very, very powerful in the short area of the map to get maybe 1 or 2 kills. I will not be purchasing the Frenzy because Frenzy is kind of shit now with the nerfs, and I don't know, classic pistol is better than Frenzy.
Sewers for close range. Sky, just tell me if they're there. I'll smoke for you. Or anyone inside. Smoking.
Smokey!
Cover going out.
What? This is such
Smoking
a
garage,
late
smoking
morning, bro.
garage.
They're just hiding in the corner.
Now, if you have time to deploy the smoke, it is always better to give your teammates a one-way smoke right here instead of giving them the regular smoke. I mean, that one-way will really, protect your teammates and basically, stop or delay the enemy's push. And when you're smoking the C long, if your teammates are playing long-range weapons, and enemies are pushing through this choke point and they're still not here, it's always better to give your teammates a bit deeper smoke like that than doing a shallow smoke. Shallow smoke, I would only use if I'm playing a close-range weapons and I want to outmaneuver the enemies and surprise the enemies. Now, following up the Sky here, not a bad idea. Why not? Like, I mean, if your teammates are, in the first round, you can do a very fast rotations, because usually in the first round where the enemies love to push, that's where they're going to end up, and you can try to go for this type of a play only if your teammate is going for this type of a play. So in the first round, if your teammate is flanking and lurking or doing something what Sky is doing at this moment of time, you can follow up that teammate and try to support him. Why not? It's good.
Spike down.
Spike down. Attack spawn.
In this, Charlatan, how is your eyes health after this many years of abuse? Will you say they're genetically gifted? I was at the doctor 1 or 2 years ago, and my doctors told me that I have a vision of a pilot, somehow. Literally, I don't know how is that possible, because I have been playing video games for the 25 years, and I've spent with my screen literally 25 years. And both my mother and my father were wearing glasses from when they were 24 or 23 years old. And now, in this scenario, once enemies started pushing you here and pressuring, we need to use our shrouded steps to always escape and outmaneuver the enemies in these positions. Right now, we cannot fight the enemies in a 1 versus 3 gunfight. I mean, I would like you to be 10s one day, but you're still not 10s, you're still gold 3 player, and the smartest idea right now is to use the shrouded steps towards the long and escape this scenario, and that's it. And live a happy life.
Oh.
So taking this gunfight here is absolutely pointless and, not good.
Not A.
Now, if you lose the first round on Haven and you're playing a second round, you can repeat, the classic pistol shorty strategy, maybe in short, maybe on B site, maybe on garage, on C. No one can tell you on Haven what enemies are gonna do in the second round when you lose the first round. I usually love to gamble on garage because on garage I can play both. I can play a fast rotation between the C and B, and control a bit more area of the map, but you can also play A side, it's really up to you. And in this round, I would definitely buy the shorty and play a classic pistol shorty strategy 100%.
Jet, you wanna be
Oh, we are forcing. Okay, if you're forcing, then Light Shield Stinger. I don't know why we forced in this round. I mean, I know that we won, that we are in a huge advantage compared to the enemies, but still, in this round, I will not be forcing, like, you know, save one round, win the third round, and then you're 10-5. Like, why would I be risking, you know, the outcome of this match with this force? Like, don't get too cocky and too confident, like, when you're winning a lot. Like, when you're winning a lot, that is the time when your teammates and you will make a lot of the mistakes. Try to be disciplined.
Wait, can you shoot like Echo Flash to take flash through so that way I can just right go through?
Oh shit, they're there.
Go on through, make go through.
Shadows traveling. Cover going out.
I have no idea what happened for you here. My dude literally heard enemies are pushing B set S5. Enemies are planting the spike on B. And he's doing the smokes for the garage and C long. What?
Spike planted.
Oh, fuck.
Full cast.
Fuck, no.
What? They just sprayed me through the smoke.
Why? It wasn't necessary to force, even though they won the first round. They didn't win the first round. They lost the first round. They lost the first round on a defender's side. My dude, listen. Fuck the Spectre. If you're holding a Stinger in the hands and you buy the Stinger, use the Stinger instead of the Spectre. Like, Spectre is better than Stinger in every single sense. Like, I was covering this in every single economy guide and on YouTube and in my playbook on Discord server, you can find everything about the economy, proper economy management. But, you know, when it comes to Spectre and Stinger, Stinger is better weapon in almost every single sense. Like, especially because of the ADS. Like, with ADS, with burst fire, it is so easy to kill that enemy down there. With Spectre, like, it's just, I don't know, like Spectre is like, in a long range gunfights and medium range gunfights, like, Spectre feels like shit. Do you know how many times I have deleted with the Stinger an enemy that is in this fight? Like this. I don't know, but once you... Like, it is a bit of RNG, but... whole Valorant is RNG.
Last player standing.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like they're...
How much money does he have? Forcing that second round was completely stupid, especially because your teammates were not forcing with you. Like, if your teammates are not forcing, don't force.
Real bullshit, bro. I can't even shoot them.
Exactly. Don't get baited by the Spectre. Like, Spectre is really like poo-poo caca. Now, in this round, but yeah, you can play a Bulldog with a Light Shield. You can play Light Shield Judge with utility. Like, it's really up to you what you prefer. In this round, I would probably play a Judge with a Light Shield. And, you know, because on Haven, with Omen, you can very easily close the gap with the enemies and just outmaneuver the enemies.
Standing between us and victory.
Wait, Jet, can I trade your Vandal Queen?
Yeah, Spectre's real bullshit, bro. I can't even shoot them
Yeah,
from
dude, they
far.
can't wallbang anything. It's so
Okay. Let's start the round.
I feel like they're gonna push A. Yeah, they are.
Cover going out. Shadows
Smoking
traveling.
for you.
Okay, well, you need to learn the one-way smokes. And you need to learn the you know, how to abuse them properly. Like, first of all, if I'm playing Bulldog, and enemies are pushing me there, with Bulldog, you always want to fight the long-range gunfights as much as possible. Because the main power of Bulldog over the Phantom and Vandal are the long-range gunfights. Like, this burst fire is so easy to delete the enemies with one burst step. Bam. Bam. Now, second problem here. If I hear the enemies pushing short. Why don't we do a one-way smoke here, and we do the smoke here like this. Like, this smoke is much better than this smoke here. Why? Because enemies still need to pass through this choke point while they're pushing into the site. And it is, you know, like, even if they pop flash you, even if they use their utilities, they still need to push through this area of the map here. Like, these close smokes, I'm only gonna use like this and like this when I wanna play around them to outmaneuver the enemies with Stinger, with close range weapons, etc. But if I'm stopping or delaying the enemy's push, this smoke is better. I want to stop the enemy's push on short. Do the one way. Here. That smoke is better. Enemies have the short control. No problem. This smoke is better than this smoke. And with Bulldog, I would definitely not be playing this close to the enemies.
I'll probably not play close.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Raise. Instant I look away from that.
Flashing. Bro, she was literally blind. How the fuck? Behind sight.
Okay, my dude got my dude outmaneuvered himself there. Yeah, you panicked a bit there. That was a bit of a panic moment.
Spike planted.
I mean, as soon as you did the flash, as soon like he outplayed himself. Like, basically, as soon as he did the flash here, he should have just teleported up there. Oh yeah, the indie company, you know, cannot keep up the servers for more than 1 hour. As soon as basically the best moment of time for you to teleport and to reposition yourself is when you use the flash, because flash is kind of masking the sound of your shrouded steps, and also if the enemies are flashed, you know, they're not gonna hear where you actually teleport.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'll come into smoke. So. I see an asshole in mid.
One down.
One.
Cover going out.
Spike down mid.
Okay.
Best.
How much money you have in this round?
Anything.
Aha, 3,400. Listen, first of all, why don't you ask one of your teammates to buy for you? Like, in this round, Jet can buy for you. Phoenix can buy for you. Phoenix can play a heavy shield Vandal and buy for you. Second of all, if I had 3,400 credits and I wanted to play a Bulldog, I would definitely go with a heavy shield, Bulldog, smoke, and shrouded steps. Like, paranoia is not that important for you in general. Like, yes, it is a very useful ability, but it's hit or miss. Like, you never know if it's gonna be used properly by your allies and by you. Like, it is much more important to have a heavy shield than having a paranoia with yourself. Have you tried angle snapping? Yes, I don't recommend it for solo queue players. For Valorant.
Best. I'll come into smoke still. I see an asshole in mid.
One down.
One.
Listen, this jump spotting is not good for Valorant. Like, essentially, what you want to learn is jump spot, you know, the jump spotting, like, from closer wall. So, let me showcase you this. Guys, do you want me to start tomorrow unranked to Immortal with Chamber, or unranked to Immortal like with Reyna?
They fear death.
Chamber?
So much
Chamber? Yeah, man.
my ultimate is ready.
Okay, let's test the chamber. Fuck it.
Left.
Okay. So listen, when you're doing like jump spotting here, you like this jump spotting you want to do in a very, very small amount of case scenarios in Valorant. Like only when you really want to see the information and see the enemies everywhere, and when you want to bait out the I don't know, like that is a good jump spotting for CSGO, for an example. But in Valorant, much better jump spotting is running forward and doing this. Like you're much faster, much less, you spend much less time on the enemy screen, and you know the result is kind of the same. So you want to run, you know, close to a wall, jump at the moment of time when you think you're going to be exposed from the enemies, and you're pressing S and A or D keys to move towards the wall. So W, jump. And then when you're pressing the jump button, you want to press S and A or D and S to move towards the wall. So W jump, AS. W jump, AS. W jump, AS.
Cover going out.
Spike down mid.
Resisting sight.
Okay.
One enemy remaining.
One in window.
Shadows traveling.
See like
I mean, in this type of scenario, once again, like, you want to prioritize, like, playing with your teammates, prioritize the refrag potential, and that's it. Also, this smoke that you have done here is an extremely dangerous smoke.
one in window.
Like, listen, you already know that the killjoy is in the window. Like whenever you have the numbers advantage, you always, like, just write this down. So, when you have real numbers advantage, stay away from using any utility that might split you into 1v1 gunfights or F you up based on timings. So essentially here, you know, when you already know killjoy is in the garage, just do the one-way smoke up here on top of the doorway, and that's it. I fucked it up, sorry guys, like I'm tired. Like, one-way smoke up there on top of the doorway, play with the Phoenix, and that's it. Or maybe play with the Sky. Tell the Sky to heal you to the 100 HP and just play with her.
I see her.
See,
Oh, what a pussy.
see
Bro,
like
I cannot win a fight again. 57 on.
In this scenario as well, like your positioning compared to your teammates when you're in the numbers advantage is really bad. That is another thing that you need to focus on to fix, and that is the number one thing that I would focus on. Like, what type of a distance you keep with your allies, and how you position yourself compared to where the enemies are and where your teammates are at that moment of time. You want to play more on the reflect potential, you want to be a bit more safer than what you actually are, and you want to prioritize your teammates a bit better with who you want to play and what you want to do at every single moment of time. Like, that is the part of your gameplay that you're missing crucially. Like here, for an example, my Phoenix is in the window. Isn't it better for me to play in the window on the right side? So if he takes a gunfight with the enemies in mid, I can just swing together with him and refrag him. Right now, if the Phoenix dies in window from the killjoy on B, I'm gonna be left in a 1v1 scenario with 24 HP.
Come on, drop.
bro, pushing like a brick was
Diamond lock. Yeah, in my
Okay, whenever you notice on the defender side of Haven that enemy killjoy has the ultimate, always pre-assume that that ultimate will be placed in the short area of the map. So in this type of a round, you always want to play on the A site and pre-assume that she's gonna be planting the ultimate there. Now, if the Killjoy plants this ultimate there, also remember that you can destroy that ultimate. Like if you position yourself here, like this, just a second, to like this, and there, aim there, like that, you can destroy the Killjoy ultimate. So that is a wallbang for the Killjoy ult. Now, if you want to completely stop the enemies from planting it, you know, like play some of the off angle, like wait for the enemies to start push, do the one-way smoke, kill the enemies, etc, etc. Now, generally speaking, when I see the Killjoy has the ultimate, I always pre-assume that they're gonna be pushing the A site. And if they use the Killjoy ultimate for B or for Garage or for C, it doesn't matter. Like we can destroy it in multiple different ways.
The rank up thingy, five games in a row.
Cover going out.
Okay.
Shadows traveling.
You should run.
You see what they're doing. I failed the wallbang for the graffiti. I ended up failing. How you do it? Which graffiti? What is graffiti, man? Like I you know, like is this graffiti? You mean this wallbang? Like this wallbang is only possible with a high penetration weapons. You can only penetrate it like with a Odin, Sheriff, etc, etc. No, not a Vandal, yeah. This here, you can destroy the Killjoy ultimate even with a Vandal down there.
Flashing.
If you knew that, you know, like, if you knew that wallbang right now, you would have destroyed that ultimate and, you know. That's why game knowledge is very important in Valorant. The more tips and tricks you know, and the more you know about Valorant, the easier, you know, like, your game is gonna be. Like, game knowledge is the #1 thing that every single player should expand in this game. #2, game decisions. #3, team play. And #4, overall adaptiveness, map, and game awareness. And #5, mechanical skill. Now... And also, like, you know, in this round, I already explained, like, you should have been playing A site, not the B site or C site. Like, the common utility usage of Killjoy players is if they have the ultimate, it's probably going to... That ultimate is probably going to be placed in the short area of the map, like 80% of times.
Alright, I'm just gonna...
The jump spotting here is terrible. Like I mean, enemies, you know, you're visible for the enemies for such a long period of time. And, you know, this is like... And when you're jump spotting the enemies, you don't want to do it consistently. You want to do it in intervals of times. You know, maybe do a jump spot, then wait 1 second. Do a jump spot, wait 2 seconds. Do a jump spot, wait 1 second. Like, if you're doing it this consistently, like, enemies can pick a good timing to actually peek you, wait for you to jump spot, and then delete you.
They're probably playing default or from garage. Oh no! I pulled up my gun back.
I don't want to talk about this round. I don't want to talk about this round. I'm good. I didn't see this round. It's good.
From there.
Come on, man. Like, improve your jump spotting, please. Like, go in a custom server. Just practice it for like 15-20 minutes. You'll get the hang of it, you know? Like, you cannot jump spot the enemies in Valorant like this.
Check C real quick. Might be in C.
Like, this circle jump spotting, circle motion is completely fine for CSGO, but for Valorant, like, just, you know, do the regular, like, Valorant jump spotting, like, you know. You want to jump spot the enemies in, I don't know, there, like, just run towards the angle, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Like, you know, you don't want to do this. But you know why? is this possible in Valorant and not in CSGO? Because in CSGO we have the acceleration of the movement, and that's why in CSGO you cannot do this type of jump spotting. Why would you be scared to jump spot? Like, you know, jump spotting is a very important mechanic, and it's a very important tool for you to actually like get information. You will see that Radiant players are jump spotting like 24/7. I am jump spotting 24/7.
Smoking.
Shadows traveling.
65 on both.
Hawk out. Reloading.
Cover going out.
Man, that timing though. They beat me just as I turned around.
If you don't see any more enemies, don't spam. Like basically, you know, yes, there you could have got a kill on Killjoy, but did you really know that the Killjoy is there?
Reloading.
You know, this play that he did is fine. You know, like he pre-assumed probably that enemies are gonna split the C side, they're gonna go through the garage and through C long. Now, I'm gonna explain to you one thing. Just a second. So, you kill that race there. You have 4 bullets left. Usually what you will see in my gameplay, when I want to spam the enemies with a judge, I will always save at least 2 bullets with me for a potential peek of the enemies, making them think that I actually wasted all of my bullets to make them actually peek me. Like, whenever I'm spamming through the smokes with the shotguns, I always make sure that I have at least 1 or 2 bullets to essentially finish off the enemy that is pushing me through the smoke.
Oh no! Alright, we're gonna win.
I mean, we are forcing way too much here, like literally, you know, the more you're winning, the higher chances are that you're gonna lose that match. Like, never, you know, let your guard down, focus on the proper economy management, like, and keep your focus up. Like, even if you're winning 11-2, the match is still losable in Valorant because you never know, you know, when enemies are gonna turn on the god mode.
I'll play Judge in sewers. I hope they push this shit.
Okay.
I heard something.
Shadows traveling.
On Haven, if your teammate dies on B, and you already have 1 teammate on A, rotate immediately.
I'm anchoring. You can go ahead, Sky.
Or you can do this as well. He was going to smoke C again.
Oh, they dropped.
Time to hunt.
Gecko's picking up his flash. They're coming.
Here.
In this scenario, the only thing I don't like is your crosshair placement with a shotgun. Like, if you're playing this angle down here, like you want, like your crosshair and your position should look like this. Like, so basically, I will hold this angle with this type of a crosshair placement, or with this type of a positioning and crosshair placement. I will never place my crosshair here. I don't hear enemies' footsteps. Enemies are probably gonna slow peek me, and I don't want to flick to the enemies, you know, and miss my shots. Like, if I don't hear the enemy's footsteps, this is the proper crosshair placement with the shotguns. And this would maybe be the best thing to do in this example. Like, eliminating a bit of the enemy's angle perception advantage if they're peeking me like this. Because if they peek you from this wall, slowly, they're gonna see tip of your gun if you're stuck in that corner. But, you know, it can work. Like, it's not a problem. But crosshair placement is much bigger problem here than yeah, like you should always place your crosshair with the shotguns a bit closer to the angle, almost inside of the angle. 1/3 of the crosshair should be inside of the angle when you have no information about the enemy's footstep. Like if you think they're going slow or with some kind of a jiggle peak. I was explaining this in one of my previous VOD reviews as well.
Putting smokes.
Shadows traveling.
Severfield walks through, man. Well,
Planted.
that was an insane timing. Nothing to talk about that.
Window, and as soon as I start, I'll break the gecko book.
I just stay heaven.
How you were holding the window here is not a problem, but usually I think a bit better way to hold the window is like surprising enemies with peeker's advantage and with a peek. So usually like what I love to do is I love to play on this corner, wait for the enemies to peek a window, and then kill them with a peeker's advantage and my own advantage.
Cover going out. Cover going
Flashing.
out.
Spike planted.
Nah, this penetration is not possible with medium and low penetration weapons.
That's fine.
You should run.
Audio recorded with microwave.
Enemy kill here. Reloading.
One enemy remaining.
Prepare for hellfire.
Well,
Got him. Oh my lord.
Bro, this round was a shit fest. I have nothing to say. Very, very good that you went down to, destroy that killjoy ultimate. Everything was, fine, okay. Now, during your gameplay, definitely, when you stop the enemy's push like this, and what you could have noticed during your gameplay is like, wherever you stop the enemy's push, in the next round, enemies did something completely different. And that is something that I call, the rule of fear and AB rule. So basically, when you notice that the enemies are following this rule, that they're avoiding to push the side that they previously pushed, you can play B set in this round, obvious. Before teleporting here, you should have done the one-way smoke to actually delay the enemy's push and then maybe teleport. And what I would have done in this example is like, I would have dropped down so I'm not exposed from the window, do a one-way smoke here, like on top of this corner, and I would teleport immediately on an off angle where I can actually use this smoke to my full advantage and surprise the enemies.
Shadows traveling. Shadows traveling.
Spike planted.
Listen, when you're using this smoke for a retake, you always want to use it on the edge there. Because you want, this smoke has two purposes. To prevent the enemies from pushing the backside and from playing this area of the map here. And second purpose is, of course, to teleport here. And then, maybe peek the enemies or extend your TP there.
There's one all the way by base.
No charges.
I'll be trying to.
Blinding.
But this smoke, for the retake, I'm only using if I know that enemies are actually on the site. In this example, you knew that enemies are not on the bomb site, so, it was kind of wasted smoke.
oh yeah, monster on the loose.
No way they'll lose the match like this, man. Oh,
Good team. GG. Good shit.
Defenders win.
bro. Okay, GG's. Okay, not bad. I'm gonna send you in the private messages, the aim training routine and the training program that you should be doing for the next 2 months. Right now, I'm very late for the theater and I need to run, boys. I need to prepare myself. I am going out. Thank you for sticking through with this VOD review. Tomorrow, probably I'm gonna start the Chamber to Immortal because it's kind of boring for me to play on my main account and I just want to start a new series immediately and start building up the playbook for Chamber. So that is gonna be fun. and showcasing you some tips and tricks on Chamber. And we're gonna finish the Chamber, Jet and Omen this act, and next act, new Sentinel and probably Yoru. Changes of plans, consistently. Sorry guys for that, but you know, it is what it is. Love you all. Stay safe. You know, all of that good stuff. Thank you for sticking through this VOD review. If you want to get my private coaching, join my Discord server. Link is down in the descriptions or wherever the hell you're watching this.